Hello and welcome to your weekly technical update, your guide to the charts that matter this week. I'm Andrew Gagan. Let's begin with a look at the broader market. Louise Bedford from Trading Game notes that volatility is quite low, which is making it fairly easy to get in and out of stocks. And that, she says, is a real plus for traders. Her technical analysis is telling her the smaller end of the market is where you need to be.
So what this is saying that the strength has moved out of the top end of the market, and if we have a look at the next chart as well, which will be the top 100, we'll see that that is cold, and the top 300 also. All three areas are showing that the money is being focused in the smaller caps. Everything under the top 300 is fair game at the moment, but let's put those blinkers on and bring that specificity into the markets with the ones that are really going gangbusters.
All right, so in other words, you're looking at the smaller end. Let's take a look.
Yes, absolutely. So first of all, let's kick off with the small ordinaries. Look at that trend. Now, I know that it can be difficult buying at an all-time high, and I understand it can give you the heebie-jeebies as a trader, but have a look at the relative strength comparison here, that in the lower panel, the blue line is well above the moving average of that RSC, relative strength comparison indicator, and look at all of those green candles piled on top of one another. Now, we do not know where this is going. We have no idea because we cannot predict the future. However, that is what a good stop loss is for. You can buy in and be protected if you have a stop loss which will take you out of the market. So this is definitely one to focus on for this week.
Well, while many commodities have been rallying, the big iron ore stocks have been lagging. Thomas Atkinson from FX Evolution says other than nickel, iron ore stocks have been the worst performers in the materials sector. Here he analyses Rio Tinto.
So in general, we've seen a pickup in both of those metals in the futures market. So if you track iron ore, they're actually improved. They recently started to get some negative press about everything that's been going on. But what I found is that sometimes the flows can go against that. I often do say that sometimes, that you need to be watching these charts technically. And the good thing is that we've got this 100 and 21 kind of 50 area here that's broken and closed above for Rio. And this is quite strong. It points to me that the next move technically for Rio is up to the 130, 132 area. And I like kind of what I'm seeing on the charts here. I think it's been sitting for a very long time, and it also tends to have a pretty good November. So November, December can be good for iron ore. So I'm excited to see what comes for this stock.
And elsewhere in the materials sector, stocks such as Linus and Iluka have surged of late, underscoring the increasing strategic importance of rare earth elements. Thomas Atkinson looks at the technicals of Iluka.
It's basically a consolidation for around the same period of time, followed by a really big thrust movement. And the viewers will know the couple of things here that are good. The red arrows pointing towards three really strong green candles that have pushed through and up. $8 is of course the next big resistance kind of level. So again, it's got a fair bit of what we call like free air in front of it that it could get through. And another good sign is that the red and blue lines have crossed each other, and that they're two very well technically respected indicators. That's the 20 and 50 exponential moving average that we've got there on the charts. And when they cross, it can sometimes signal the beginning of a new trend. And in this case, it's been a long time since this stock has done that. So a lot of things have happened in this little consolidation, but I think to break through that 650 kind of area, to do it with such strength, to have this type of thrust this week.
Well, that's it for this week's edition of The Charts to Watch. Join us for more technical talk next week. Happy trading.